Hey everyone, and welcome back to Robbie's Backstage Bants. Today I have a super special guest, and we're going to be chatting all things Time Traveler's Wife. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Hiba Elchikhe and I play Charisse in the Time Traveler's Wife musical.
So exciting. Excited to hear more about this, but first let's chat about you. So what is the journey of how you got to where you are today?
Wow, that's
It's a very
interesting. It's such a long, yeah, it's a long one. I joined the show for the Chester run of it, I guess. So I auditioned for the show whilst I was doing another show called Millennials, and I couldn't actually go to the audition, so I had to send some tapes back and forth and have a Zoom meeting with Bill and things like that. Bill's our director, and then found out I got it for Chester, and then we found out it was coming into London, and then I got asked to come back with it, which is exciting. And now I'm here in rehearsals.
Here it is. Which is
Yeah,
so cool. I mean, in terms of training for performing, where did
yeah.
you train? What did you do?
I went to the Brit School for Performing Arts at age 16 to 18, and then I went to Mount View.
Oh wow, yeah, awesome. And since then you've done lots of amazing things. Many amazing, including hosting West End Live.
Yes.
I was there. I was.
Oh my gosh.
I've literally just took my West End Live t-shirt off to put this one on. This is. I should have left it on. Which it was a lovely day. How did you find hosting that after wanting to do it for quite a while?
Oh my God. Do you know what? It was like such a dream come true. I used to go to West End Live, growing up. I'm a fan of musical theatre, obviously, that's why I do it. But so it felt like such a full circle moment to be hosting it and then to get to perform on the Sunday with time travelers as well. It's so cheesy, but I literally had that moment of like, oh, I'm doing it. It just felt like such a full circle kind of moment. And like, it was amazing. I had the best time and to get to see everyone in their shows and get to be a part of a new show opening. It just felt like such a pinch me full circle moment.
I bet. And obviously as well, just yeah, as you said, seeing the shows because especially being a performer yourself, you don't get to see all of them shows.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
friends as well who you want to have seen perform. So, but that was lovely. And the
Oh,
atmosphere,
it was so nice.
it was
Oh, the atmosphere is crazy at West Live. It was amazing. It's like a rock concert for musical theatre fans. Um, so it just felt so amazing. And I hosted it with Tim Mahendran, who's
yeah,
in Time Traveler's Wife as well. And we just had the best time. It was literally like joy, an absolute joy.
you are the best duo. Let's be real here. This is bring it just
Don't
back.
tell us that.
Bring it back. We want that. We want that next year. Bring it back.
Oh my God, fingers crossed, fingers crossed they ask us back. We'd love to do it again. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Absolutely. Let's vote. Can we vote? Is that okay? Um, but anyway, obviously you said you're in rehearsals. So how have rehearsals been? Have they been quite intense? How different is the show from when you did it?
Mm. I mean, such a good question. I think with Chester, we were absolutely just creating the show from nothing really. They'd done some workshops of it and some songs existed, some songs didn't exist. So it was kind of like a work in progress and we had to put on the show in Chester. So we had a limited amount of time. But it's honestly my favorite part of the rehearsal process is creating the show. It's kind of figuring out, entrances, exits, who this character is, how they came to where they are. So it's honestly the funnest part. So in Chester, it was kind of figuring out all of those things. And then now for London, I feel like if I can say this, it's gone up another notch. So for me, it was already epic in Chester, and we've got some really cool magic going on in the show and illusions
Mm.
and things like that. And I think it's just gone up even more for London, and it's really exciting. And I really don't think there's anything on like it at the moment. And I'm biased, but I also love musicals. I know that even if I wasn't in this musical, it would be one that I definitely wanted to come and see.
Yeah. Now, obviously, speaking of liking musicals, we've got
Mm.
the cast recording, which is coming very soon.
Yes.
How excited are you for that? And what was that like recording that album?
Honestly, it was, I know I keep saying this, but it was literally a dream come true. I feel like it's one of my first ever jobs out of like drama school was Ghost the musical in as a tour of Asia. And Dave Stewart wrote the music for Ghost, right? With Glenn Ballard. And it was like I loved it so much. And I used to listen to that cast recording so much to learn the show and also just to kind of like get into the vibe of the style of the show.
Yeah.
And so getting to work with Dave Stewart and Joss Stone on the Time Traveler's Wife album felt like such a like ridiculous thing to say to you right now, because I'm like, as
Yeah.
if that's happened and this is crazy and what, but it just felt really amazing. And Dave and Joss are incredible, and Nick Finlow, our musical director, everyone's incredible working on this show. So it just felt like such a creative, cool thing. And I feel like genuinely all the songs in the show are bops. Like I feel like everyone's gonna want to listen to them. And so it's just a good album on its own, regardless of it being a part of a musical. I think now when you hear the songs, come see the musical, you're going to fall in love with the songs even more, if that makes sense. So it's,
Mm.
yeah, I loved working on it. It was such a like dream come true moment, and getting to be on a like original West End cast album felt like such a honor, like to
Yeah.
have, yeah.
Your voice is going to be everywhere. This is
Oh,
it's
oh
going
my
up.
gosh.
I'm really looking forward to hearing it actually. I bet there's some fantastic songs, especially from you, I'm guessing.
I mean, I sing with Tim Hendren on a song called A Woman's Intuition, which I absolutely love singing. I think you might have heard it at West End Live because I did a
Yeah.
few tracks at West End Live. But it honestly it changes every time what my favorite song is in the show. But um, Dave Hunter sings this song called Journeyman, and I love it so much. It's one of my favorite songs in the show, and masterpiece. I honestly can't choose. There's so many good songs in the show, but it's just it is, yeah, it's one of those ones that you can listen to any single one on the album and enjoy it.
I'm so excited. And that comes out Friday the
I want to
20th.
say Friday. I want to say on this Friday, whatever
Yeah,
the date is for this
Friday
Friday.
the something. It's Friday.
Something this Friday. This
It's
Friday.
Friday. It's coming. I'll put the details for that
Yes.
in the description, and you can all
Yes, please.
go and stream that and buy it and listen to it and just enjoy the music, which I will
Yes.
be doing from my little home. Now, obviously, this is going to be quite new to a lot of people
Mm,
when the show opens in London. But is there a
mm,
moment in the show that really just gives you goosebumps and makes you think like this is a really powerful moment?
mm. Oh wow. It's hard to pick one because there's a few for different reasons.
Mm.
Um, uh, Journeyman, I feel I've never seen anything like it on stage before. So for me, that is like, and I get to watch that number as well because I'm not in
Yeah.
it. So I get to kind of just watch it and enjoy it. And for me, that's a moment where I go, wow, this is really cool. Like that is like epic.
Yeah.
I love that for the kind of like all the elements combining in the show. So like all the departments are kind of working on that one to make it
Mm.
happen. And it's really cool. I'm trying to not give too much away either. But for me, that number is like wow. And then there's a few the end of the show, there's a Joe sings a beautiful song, and that always gets me. And Joe and David sing a duet that gets me. Um, Tim will tell you I cry all the time on this show because it's just so beautiful, but also funny and heartwarming and all of those other things. But yeah,
Yeah.
those moments. But Journeyman, I feel like is the moment everyone's going to be like, "Whoa!"
That is the one. But
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure everyone will love it. And you open fairly soon, don't you?
yeah. Our first show's I think October 7th.
October the 7th. So if you haven't
Yeah.
got tickets already, go and get them. I'll leave a link in the description for that as well. I'm going to try and catch it at some point. I need to come and see it now, especially after this interview.
Yeah.
That's like the final straw. You've got to go after that. So what can we expect from Time Traveler's Wife?
I feel like honestly, there's something in it for everyone. I think people are gonna leave feeling moved and joyful, but also kind of just relating to these characters in some sort of way. And at essence, it's a story about a couple and their marriage, and throw in a bit of time travel and their friends along the way, and seeing that dynamic of their story together. And it's really beautiful, and you can expect magic. You can expect some amazing songs. The script by Lauren Gunderson is honestly incredible. It's one of my favorite scripts I've ever read, and it's just one of those ones where it's like everyone on the show is incredible. And so when it comes together, it's really exciting.
Mm. It is
Mm.
exciting, especially to see new things getting a chance in the West End.
Mm.
I think that's really important. Like, obviously, great to see revivals of things like Guys and Dolls absolutely thriving,
Mm.
but to
Mm.
see something new coming through and hopefully, lasting some time in the West End.
Yeah, I honestly think it's so important, and it's like selfishly, my some of my favorite things to do are creating the new things, because I've done so many kind of like fringe shows and new shows of British composers and things like that, because I think all of these shows that are revivals, right, started from somewhere. So like someone wrote Guys and Dolls, that, and that's why we're having a revival now in Oklahoma and all these shows. It's like
Yeah,
incredible. And what about, you know, a revival of Time Traveler's Wife in
yeah,
20 years or whatever,
exactly,
you know? It's like
exactly.
that they have to start from somewhere. So it's so incredible to kind of be a part of something from the beginning of it, really. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, it's the kind of like one of those moments you were there listening to the soundtrack of Ghost, learning that. And
Mm.
for the revival of Time Traveler's Wife 20 years time, they're going to be listening to,
Yeah.
it's
Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just so kind of inspiring, and I think we all listen to those soundtracks and the
yeah,
of shows that we love and hear those people sing those songs, and it's just I think it's just like kind of inspiring the next generation and feeling like, oh, I could do that. It's like we used to listen to whoever, I don't know, Kerry Ellis or whatever on an album and be like, wow, she sounds incredible, and it's like feeling inspired by those people, and also feeling like you could listen to the show in your ears, and like
yeah,
imagining what it would be like before you've even seen it. Like there's yeah, like Hamilton for me was that, listening to it, creating
yeah,
the show before I'd watched it, and I was like, wow, this is what happens. So there's so many exciting things about that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's your turn to inspire everyone through that soundtrack.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, honestly, I feel like I've won a competition. I feel like someone's gonna be like, Hiba, what are you doing? I don't know. They just let me be here, and it's so exciting and so fun. But
Yeah, it was
it
one of
is
those
like,
London Theatre giveaways, wasn't it? That's what it was.
honestly, well, don't tell anyone. But I'm joking. But it was. It feels like I've won a competition. It feels like everyone's incredible, and I'm having the best time. And yeah, I've got nothing but amazing things to say about it. So
Good.
yeah.
I'm so glad. Now, you spoke about inspiring the next generation. So, what would be your
Mm,
advice to performers who are training, who want to train people who want to get to the industry? What would be your advice?
mm. I love this question because I think there's kind of not one answer to it, but I think be a nice person. People want to work with nice people. So be a nice person, be kind to everyone that's creating the show with you, no matter who you are in the show, what role you play, what team you're on, if you're stage management, lighting, sound, like just be nice to everyone, costume, because we're all creating this show and we're all trying to tell the story. That's my main advice. My second thing, and I wish someone had said this to me, is that don't try and be someone else. You
Mm,
can only be you, and and that's what makes you special. So
yeah,
just stay true to that, and sometimes it's going to be what people want, sometimes it's not, but you can only be yourself. And when it's right, and when the right thing comes about, it will be the right thing for you. So just believe that.
absolutely. And what amazing advice. Um, Now, one more question before we end
Yeah.
this off, and it's this is the selling question.
Okay.
Why should people come and see the show?
Okay, well, people should come see the show because there's honestly nothing on like it at the moment. I think if I wasn't in the show, I know I'd see this show at least once a week because
Mm,
I'd want to figure out how things are done.
that's
How
it.
is this happening? What is the magic? How is this existing? I think it's a beautiful story that is relatable. I think people will feel moved by it. I think they'll also leave laughing because they can relate to someone in the show.
Yeah.
I think, and I also just think it's, if you know the book or anything about the story, you're
Mm,
going to be happy with the script and what we've done with it. And I think if even if you don't know anything about it, you'll still leave feeling the same as someone who would know everything about it. So it's kind of like just, I think, one of those shows that you'd want to say, oh yeah, I've watched that.
Yeah,
biasly,
definitely.
but I just think it is one of those shows that I think people feel moved, joyful, and kind of, yeah, just feeling like it's been a moving night at the theatre.
Oh, well, I'm really excited to
Hmm.
see it now. Um,
I can't wait.
so I'll have to get my tickets. And if you haven't already got your tickets, you can get them from a link in the description. Starting on October the 7th. So go and see it. Basically, go and
Hmm.
support, go and enjoy and stream the album. All the information for this is going to be in the description, so you can check that out and stream it to your heart's content. Go buy it,
Hmm.
go and support the show, share the show, do what you need to do. But aside from that, I just want to thank you for joining me today. It's been an absolute pleasure getting to speak to you.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much. And if you've enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps when I'm bringing these things to you. And I will see you all in the next episode. Bye, everyone.